Well, February 5th out here, and I'm out in the barn a little bit this evening looking at the red truck there. And the other day I used it to pull that Chevrolet back up out of the driveway, and the little red truck died on me. I have no idea why. And it sounded like it was running out of gas, although I'd only gone 26 miles since I filled it up. So I don't know whether that's injector pump or what's going on. Sounded like a fuel issue, but it's a little 1500 4-speed, and I was going to swap that out to my 1600 turbo diesel anyway. So I'm bored out here, don't feel like doing any body work or doing any cleanup, so thought I might dig out that turbo diesel just for giggles and see if I can light it up. Alright, there's the culprit right back there. And I think one of the very first videos I did was lighting a Rabbit diesel engine up on the floor. And my dad was out here to help me, but he's no longer with us, so I'll have to do it myself. But I think I'm going to dig that turbo diesel out of there and throw some wires and some fuel at it and see if it will light for me real quick. Well, I mentioned it was the 5th of February, and for some reason that date sticks out in my mind, and I don't know exactly why. I think it's somebody's birthday, but somebody from my past probably. And anyway, happy birthday, I think, to whoever that was, or whoever that is that I don't remember. So I doubt anybody from my past watches my videos anyway, so whatever. But yeah, for some reason the 5th of February sticks out in my mind. It's some kind of a special day, I'm not sure, but I think it's a birthday. Alright, we'll dig this turbo diesel out of here. This guy here was in a 1980 two-door Rabbit that I had once upon a time, and I was stopped at a stoplight. I was rear-ended, pushed across 3 lanes of traffic by a Hino, very much like the one that Canada Catalyst drives, that size anyway. And needless to say, my little Rabbit was gone after that. It was pushed up to the rear seat and beyond. But I did keep my turbo diesel and 5-speed from it. This engine here is out of about an 85 Jetta, possibly 86, I don't recall. At any rate, that was what the donor was. And pull this guy out a little bit and see if we can make it run. Alright, I went out in the back barn and dug up my old exhaust off the 80 Rabbit, and we can see what it is. Basically a straight pipe with an expansion chamber in the middle of it, and the pipe is quite a bit larger diameter than the factory, and basically I took a factory flange, hogged it out a bit, and then put my pipe on it all the way back. So yeah, but it goes through the emissions just fine. Basically a straight pipe. Alright, far too much monkey business, but I guess we'll take a look at what I got. I tried to use a different little gas tank, and it had a hole in it, so I got a little sawdust on the floor now. I had to soak up a little bit of diesel, but it'll be alright. So I got this tank now. You can see the one going in the top there. That is off the return from the injector pump there. And then you know, coming out of the tank down to the filter, from the filter into the pump on the far end there. Okay, I got all my wires fixed up here now. I got that little guy, the blue there, running off. That'll be my on-off switch. Basically all that is a solenoid to the pump there, the injector pump. So that'll open up, and then I've got this wire here off the end of the glow plug rail, and I'll short it to the hot side over here briefly to warm the plugs up. Then I have this yellow one laying on the floor, bare at both ends, and I'll use it just to jump between the hot and the little terminal down here on the starter to go ahead and light this thing up. Just for temporary on this exhaust flange here, I went ahead and used a stock spring on one side and then just kind of clamped it on the other side, you can see. And that'll hold it in place. It's a great big donut in there, and this thing is normally mounted with 2 of those springs. I think I've addressed that in other videos. And that way it's allowed to move because these engines rattle quite a bit. Put you back on the stand, and it may or may not fire. I think this was last running June of 06. I think that was the day I got smacked at the stoplight, and that was the day that this engine got retired. So we're looking at, we'll call it a 9.5-year cold start. It's not quite super cold, but it's probably in the 40s out here, so that's cold enough. Okay. I got my tranny here in neutral. All that would happen is my little guys would run, but anyway, here's my my glow plug. So what I need to do first is go ahead and put this clip down here on the hot, and that'll open up my solenoid for the pump, and I hear it clicking in there, so that's a good thing. So now the pump is open. I hope no water shoots out of any of these hoses. Shouldn't. It's been sitting here 9 and change years, so okay. Then what do we got here? I gotta get my start wire right there. Alright, I'm gonna give it a glow and then give it a crank. And that's a whole bunch of go juice right there. Normally there's a 50 amp fuse in line, so we'll call that glowed. See if we can make it start here. Get that pump primed up. Got nothing coming out my exhaust yet, so probably no fuel up there yet. Glow it again. Yeah, that's plenty. 6 seconds or so. More than plenty. Okay, I see another problem. Still got a baggie over the end of my intake. That isn't going to work at all. So, I'm going to have to make that go away. That's pretty stupid. Just zip tied over there, so I'll pull it out from under the zip tie for now. I'll just cut the zip tie. Put a new one on later. Okay. Try this again. Yeah, I have no idea if I've got any fuel down here yet. I just don't know. So I have to fill the whole filter up. It was empty. Back out of there into the pump. So we'll just have to see what's going on here. Okay. Four, 5, 6 seconds, give or take. Not yet. I don't really want to put any ether to this guy, although I could if necessary. Okay. Do as I say and not as I do. I'm going to give it a small little bark of ether just to see if it'll light. Okay, actually I decided I'll give it a small little bark of some WD. We'll see if that'll light up in here. Just a little bit. We'll find out. WD is flammable. Alright. So it's going to fire up for me. Give you a little look. We got a little bit of chooch going on here. Not much. A little bit of carbon coming out of that exhaust pipe that was hanging on the wall. But yeah, I like that WD. I'll give it another little snort of that. And then yeah, see if we can get it to pull some fuel through. Guess we'll find out. I'm liking that. Alright, there you have it, 9.5 years. And a little bit of chooch. We'll see how we do here. I can't run it long, got no water in it, but turbo. It ain't hot yet, but thanks for watching. It's February. I like it. Giggles and grins, how she run.